Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Roman Reigns, Rockin' Reigns. So we have our 80s Roman here, and he is a powerhouse, legend era focused. Um, yeah, let's take a look here. He has the legend link, gems do 10% more damage, and then the stock Rockin' Reigns gear. He's a coach. Purple gems do 30% more damage, and moves that generate purple gems will create 3 more purple gems. That's interesting. Of course, it's going to work great on anyone that is purple gem damage based at the 30% coach. So, not a bad coach at all. And what else? So, strap for this one is just it's a 30%er. Fury 2, not maxed here. It's at 12. I did put a 200% metal on. There's some uses where move damage strap would be much better on him, but I didn't have one to throw on him. But anyway, I got 4 move sets for you guys. I'm going to start with my least favorite and go on from there. I will show all the moves in this. So Samoan drop, 8 MP green, 208k damage, plus 84k bonus damage for every cross break. 840 would be a lot. Lariat takedown, 7 MP, deal 98k damage, increase your green MP by 7. That's a blue one. And then the spear, 8 MP green, 178k damage, make 25 random gems into crossbreak. It's also a hardcore, so if you go against an acro, you're going to deal an additional 233k damage and then force your opponent to skip their turn. Entourage, so you can get started right away in feud. We got Lawler for 4, Lacey for 2, blue MP, and then we're buffing the crossbreaks with Titan Andre and Zombie Cena. That brings that up to 190k per every cross break, and we're making 26 of them. Gonna go here against Gunther. Well, Walter. It's funny. It took me forever to get out of the habit of calling him Walter, and now I have a hard time calling the Walter one anything other than Gunther. Anyway, so this will load your moves, and then you're gonna throw some cross breakies out. And then you're going to hit this button, and I think it was about 4.5 mil-ish, if I remember right, something like that. 4.9. And then just, you know, make a swipe. You could run into some recycling issues, so you could do any kind of plate, break 3, get 3 green, just to make sure, or even blue, to reload this one as it's cheaper MP. But with 2 colors, you'll probably end up okay most of the time without one of those kind of plates. Also, I believe Roman is getting a plate this weekend. No idea what that does yet. So no idea if it'll be good for either of these sets. But you can see this is like a 2-cycle winner. It'd be fine against acrobats, but you're not gonna completely set the world on fire with the damage here. Acros, you could stun them if you really wanted to. So next up, version of this, it's triple green. We're gonna buff the wildcard gem damage, which is a different way of saying all gem damage. For some reason, original Powerhouse Roman also reads this way. Not sure what it is about Roman where some of his have this different verbiage than we're used to. Not to panic though. It is all gem damage. So we're going to swap that one in. That's the Scoop Power Slam, 8 MP green. 196k damage, and increase your wildcard gem damage 55% for 1 turn. Entourage for this one, we're going to... It is, as you notice, triple green, so right away, I'm assuming a lot of people will say Sheik Plate. The move damage isn't super spicy, so while Sheik Plate would help... probably not that big of a deal, to be honest, but you could certainly do it. Again, for recycling, something that generates green. Honestly, most of these 2 builds are more boss battle builds, in my opinion, anyway. Green moves start with 4 MP. Bailey is 2 more MP, 100% green move damage. Covered that, it's not that big a deal. Andre again, and then Santa for 1 more MP, so you start loaded in feud. And also when you blow up the board, a little bit better gem damage. Yeah, Chic Plate wouldn't add a ton to this, but it would add stuff. Certainly would be much bigger on the second cycle, you know? So let's take a look. Green gems are 32k. We'll just use greens as an example here when we hit the wild card. So 32 on greens and 37 on reds. $50, $58. So there you can see it works on all the gems. Get our bonus damage hit, 4.2 mil, and then a swipey swipe, blow up the board. We did get lucky and pick that up on the recycle, but you can see again, it's not a one-turn, not going to be a one-turn winner, right? Again, you could use it against acros, but Chic Plate would be very dangerous. 8 MP is a lot of greens to break, so I would definitely do a skill plate that gets green for breaking 3. Make it much safer. It's like here it wouldn't have recycled, right? Okay, now into the more interesting stuff. I will put some plates on for these next 2 builds. So here we have triple red, which is pretty awesome, but incredibly cascadey. However, there are some things that can mitigate that, so we'll get into that. Superman punch, shoulder block, and Samoan splash. Okay, so finisher 10 MP, 714k damage plus 89k bonus damage for every X break. Samoan splash 7 MP, 580k damage. Choose a 5x1 area to swap into reds. This can recycle itself. Shoulder block 670k damage. Choose a 5x1 area to make into pyro gems. Modify all gems above it into X break gems when broken by you. Entourage for this one, we're running a whole lot of red. Not this one. It's this one. Here we go. And almost. So Hollywood's on for the matchy match. That makes this 5x1 add exactly 7 in feud, so it will reload it. And then almost for X breaks up here, bringing it to 178k damage, and then you can run Stinger Butch, and then Balor for the red move damage, because these are beefy, beefier red moves, right? So let's check this one out. So making the 5 match on the bottom row is incredibly dangerous pin-wise. You're probably going to have like close to, I don't know, I'll have like at least a 50% probably cascade ratio. And of course, if you cascade and hit one of these X breaks, then you blow up the board, right? So see what happens here. Yeah. As predicted. You notice though that did hit for 4 million without getting the finisher there, right? So it did hit for 4 mil. I might have to run this one a couple times to not cascade. This is a problem, so this is a cascade no matter where I put it, unless I move it up, and then there's less bonus damage, so and you probably cascade anyway. Like, these blues here are gonna shift down. So it's just, if it is a row break, it would be much safer without creating that wild card, and you can't predict where the wild card will go. So you can even place it in 100% safe quotation mark spot, and then the wild card can change that completely, and that's random. So basically, I would never run this set without a veer plate, because veer plate's going to drain their MP and you're going to get your second turn, etc. You can also put a braid on to buff the gem damage even more, since we're blowing up the board. I do want to get a turn 1 where I don't cascade, as to show you guys what he's doing on the finisher, damage-wise. probably not gonna happen. So that's the problem, like, in general, when you do these 5 matches, right? It really needs to be like a 4x1, or even better, although it's slower, choose gem. So you can make a row break to have less chance to cascade. You still cascade a lot, but it's much less, you know? Okay. So, but now we're not going to be able to tell how much damage we're going to get off of the X breaks, but I can do that math real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So 30 gems at 178k, 178,000 times 30. That's 5.3 million, and then the 2.7 million damage. So you're going to do 5.3 and then the 2.7. Also, though, you can do this number, right? You can hit this 2 million here and just hit OK. Then you can hit another 2 million here and hit OK. And then you can hit the finisher for 7 million total, right? So 7, 9, 11 million plus, yeah, it would be 11 million that way if you didn't cascade, right? Okay, good enough. Obviously, me being me, I'm not going to like that one. Unless you put, like I said, unless you put a veer plate on. You can, like I said, put the braid plate on, so when you're blowing it up, you're getting more gem damage when you blow up the board when you cascade. And in that scenario, it's probably fairly quick, fairly safe, because you're just, you know, placing areas. So I don't think it's without merit, and I do see some people being fine running that, including me, with a veer plate. I would run it with a veer plate. But this is the more interesting build to me, overall. And this is the one that I like, I think. And I think I'm really gonna like it once we put a skill plate on, which I haven't tried with the skill plate. I typically save that for the videos. So yeah, again, Hollywood to recycle the red, and Santa's on for the one move we haven't seen, so it's 2 MP, and this lets you start with 2 MP and feud. It's a blue move. We're gonna take the X-Break pin machine out. Deal 53k damage, increase your red move damage by 100% for 1 turn. And that's, like I said, 2 MP blue move. So, yeah. Once we have the skill plate, this is going to get really interesting. Also, keep in mind, the way buffs scale, if you set this up with a move damage strap and takedown, it's going to hit much harder, right? So 2.7 million on the finisher still, 2.2 million on the 1x5. We hit the buff. It should double both of them. Yeah, 5.4 and 4.4, right? Then you hit this. Do I want to put the wild card here? You know what? I'll just put it here. You're allowed a 3 match too. It's me. Why am I not surprised? Of course, the wild card dropped on the blues, and then there was also a black 3 match that fell in with it too. Anyway, we did reload. So let's just get this back. Then you can hit this, you know. Okay. Then you can hit it again for another 4.4 million and not place it, like so. And then you can do your 5.4 million here. Not bad. You know, a little bit. Let me try it and see if we get it without the pin. And see, so I can show you how much total damage it does this way before we put a plate on. The plate's going to make a big, big difference. And make him usable. To me. Make him usable, in my opinion. Because it is really fast, which I like. It's not completely perfectly safe, but it is really fast. Like the move animation on that, like, well, really, really fast. Ugh. Yikes. Alright, we're good. So, Walter starts at 14 million. He's down to 9. We can hit this again. We crit, so it hit for 5 million. We're not going to place it. And then 5.4 mil. So that's about, if you take the crit away, that's doing about 15 million. Like, and that's without takedown 2s and a move damage trap. So pretty sure even without a plate, with a really, really strong strap and takedown 2s, that should go over, like, I want to say 16, probably 17 million damage at bronze. It won't go up huge at silver, though, like 7%. So now, if we put a skill plate on, a make red get a blue, Eternal Vigilance here, break 3 red, get 3 blue, all of a sudden it becomes even more interesting. I mean, this is just no animation, which I'm fine with, because it's fast, so it doesn't bother me. That's a super fast animation, so... Oh, look, we're loaded again, so this 5.4 and 4.4 is going to go up. Now we're hitting 6.6. Not placing it. We've done like 12 million total, plus another 8 here for 20 million total. Boom. So that's a 20 million really fast turn 1 with a slight cascade risk. You're allowed a 3 to fall in. You can also, you know, place the wild card lower if there's a 2 on top. That, you know, ruin your whatever, ruin your block of area you want to place it. I'll run it one more time because it's super quick. Boom. Boom. Of course the wild card went there. We're fine anyway, though. Boom. That's like 30 seconds-ish. Yeah, right around 30 seconds. You're not... Just really solid. And like I said, even without takedown 2 and a move damage trap, that's about 20 mil. Which, at silver, you figure about a 7% increase. Total damage, you're probably talking... not quite 2 million. Probably like 22 million-ish at silver, give or take. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. So, Powerhouse is honestly currently my least favorite feuding class. I think it's kind of difficult where he fits in, and I think it's going to be sort of polarizing, right? Like, where he fits in, like a lot of people I think will really, really like him, and I think a lot of people won't. So Braun is awesome for me. He's really quick. He is a little bit choosy. Oh, you have to choose 7 gems and then swipe, so not terrible. But his damage variance a lot of times ranges between like 18 and 26 million. You know, he's crazy if you have a top line or if there's some certain gem color boost, but Sammy is certainly very clicky. He can get it done. I don't like him at silver. Triple H can cascade, and he can hit about that same range with the right stuff. Good strap, Piper plate, his plate, and you're hitting in that low 20s range. Of course, KO hits ridiculously hard, but there's a risk factor always, so there's that. So yeah, I start looking at my powerhouses with what I have. He's gonna hit harder than Steiner. Farouk is certainly cascade prone if you're running his move damage setup. If you have his moment, then you can run him extremely safe and not worry about the cascade. I don't. I don't have Fatu. Fatu would certainly be better. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm really kind of torn, like, where I put him based on, like I said, Powerhouse currently is my least favorite. I would feud with him. Like, I really think I would. I would need to see how often I cascade, though. But Braun hits some second... I'm not going to lie. Braun does have times where he goes into a second turn for me. So I feel like it's probably going to be somewhat comparable to the cascades here. I think he's one of the better guy powerhouses we have. Like, not necessarily from a top end, but from a speed perspective. He is legend. Which is also nice. Hogan, of course, is hits super hard if you have all of his stuff in a drip plate. I don't have all of his stuff. I think he's definitely a top 5, I would say, for me. You know, top 5 kind of guy. I want him because I like the coach, and I also think he's pretty fast. Anyway, that's probably where I would put him, somewhere in the top 5 for sure. Behind Fatu. Fatu's probably the best from what I hear from people. I still haven't got to play him yet. Foley with a gear certainly is going to be crazy. And then if you have seance plates and stuff, some of these people could be better. Seance plates so rare. I kind of don't almost count it. You know, if you have one of those, you're lucky. That won't help Roman at all, but it will help some of your other powerhouses. Yeah. Somewhere up there with, like, Scott, Fatu, Braun. Yeah. So I know people love KO. KO's top end is insane. I just don't. He's not consistent enough for me. But yeah. That's where I got him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this preview. I'm really digging this month. I hope it continues to be fun for me. And, overall, I like the Roman design. It's a little more pinny. What do you guys think? Are you gonna put a veer on him if you have it and go that route and a braid and blow up the board, or are you gonna try the move damage route, or do you just not like him at all? Let me know. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out, guys. Have a great weekend. Good luck, and thanks for watching. I do like this Roman. I think pretty sure I'd feud with him a fair amount. Can't really always tell till you get him, but I think so. Yeah.